Welcome to the worst campaigns in political history. Today's candidate is Martha Coakley. Coakley was the Attorney General of Massachusetts from 2007 to 2015. In 2009, she became the Democratic nominee for a special election to fill the Senate seat of the recently deceased Ted Kennedy. Because Massachusetts is a blue state, she started with a commanding lead in the polls over her Republican opponent, State Senator Scott Brown. In case you're not familiar with Scott Brown,
and I drive a truck!
Figuring this race would be a slam dunk, Coakley figured she could take a few days off from the winter campaign by going on vacation. Meanwhile, Brown was campaigning up and down the state, running ads comparing himself to President Kennedy. Because his opponent wasn't around to counter these rather ballsy moves, Brown got his name out, winning endorsements from national Republicans and outraising Coakley. Come New Year's, the polls had suddenly swung into no man's land. So, how could Coakley win back the affections of Massachusetts voters, who'd elected her with over 70% of the vote back in 2006? Well, by refusing to stand out in the cold to shake hands with voters and calling Red Sox pitcher Curt Schilling a Yankee fan, who then endorsed Brown. Hell, she had President Obama stumping for her, and when Election Day came on January 19th, 2010, she lost by almost 5 points. Oops. Brown would take office on February 4th, shattering the Democrats' supermajority in the Senate and almost preventing Obamacare from passing. Yeah, some tactics were pulled to eschew the need for a Senate supermajority. Senator Brown would seek a full term in the Senate in 2012, losing uncomfortably to Elizabeth
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Warren. He'd move to New Hampshire and narrowly lose a Senate race there 2 years later serving as Trump's ambassador to New Zealand and Samoa. By the way, he's running for the Senate again next year. Coakley would be reelected as Attorney General later in 2010. Retiring to seek the Massachusetts governorship in 2014. Having learned from her mistakes the last time, she blew her lead again and lost to Republican Charlie Baker. Then she worked as a lobbyist for Juul or whatever. But anyways, well, I don't like shorts very much. I figured this could be a fun little series to do from time to time. Let me know if you'd like that in the comments. And remember to drink your water and stop falling over.